Don't worry, I'm not driving. I am in my car though, and I am your trusted advisor and your advocate for all things Larson, Keller Williams Pacific Estates here in Southern California. And today I just wanted to show you a little bit about my mobile office. If I'm not in the office or meeting with clients, showing them a house and all, then I'm probably in my car. And my car's not getting a lot of mileage right now, so thought I'd come out and visit it, see what's going on, and show you a few, what do I call them, tricks of the trade? Maybe not, just some tools of the trade I think is a lot better. And the first one I'm holding in my hand actually is a notepad. So that's very, very important because I'm going to take notes when people are telling me what they want to see, giving me feedback. One of the things I didn't bring is I always have the listings with me that we're going to go see so we can make notes on those. But a notepad is really handy, and of course, pens. So I always have lots of Katie Larson Realtor pens. We've got the luxury version, the black with the gold, and then the standard version of the blue. So always have lots of pens with me. And right now, I'm not going to talk about the COVID-19 things I have with me, the masks and gloves and things like that. This is just what usually happens. One of the other things, but I do usually have gloves with me because if you've been out looking at houses and you know how glamorous this job is, climbing through bushes and looking under plumbing fixtures to try and find the lockbox. So I usually have gloves with me as well. And very important for me, I always have reading glasses with me because sometimes if it's one of the combo locks with the numbers on it, I've got to figure out what's that number. Yeah. Okay. So I do that. And nice to see you, Diane and Frank. Thanks for joining. We're talking about my mobile office today. And I always have hand sanitizer with me, certainly now, of course, but I've always had it with me. And I prefer this one. It's On Guard from doTERRA. Doesn't have all the extra additives in it. And it's great for spraying onto my steering wheel, as well as my hands, my clients' hands. If there's some surface that we need to clean off in a house, I will also use this spray, in addition to having the standard cleaner as well. I also always have, because I tend to forget them if I don't, one of my riders, and I know this is backwards because I'm in selfie mode, but this is one of the riders that I typically use to have clients take a picture when they sell their house or buy a house and they have their picture with them. So that's always in my back. I happen to have a small SUV, so a lot of this is in the back, and I got that out. I always have a large roll of tape. Why do I have a large roll of tape? Well, you never know when you're going to need tape. And when I put out my open house signs, I typically have, flags. I don't know where my vocabulary is today. Day whatever of quarantine. I have flags, and just this helps keeps them in the sign, as well as zip ties. I have a lot of zip ties with me. You never know when you're going to need zip ties. Typically, I use them to fasten the sign to the signpost. Sometimes if I'm driving by a listing, I'll check and then maybe okay. Then I should also have Band-Aids because now I wounded myself. There was a staple in that bag. So I always have a box of Kleenex, which I will now wrap around myself so I don't bleed all over my car. And I will go get a Band-Aid. That's a good thing. I should have a first aid kit in my car. The other thing I always have is toilet paper. So now I know if perchance we were to run out, I always have an extra roll in my car. The reason I have toilet paper in my car is when we go to see houses, vacant houses, typically there won't necessarily be toilet paper in the house. And while I discourage my clients from going to the bathroom in the houses while we're looking, once in a while, if we have kids with us, there is a certain need that just has to happen. But the first thing you do if you're going to the bathroom in a vacant house is make sure the water's on. Please make sure the water's on. Otherwise, yeah, I have some issues and I have to figure out how to fix that. So, I'm still bleeding. That nice O positive blood that I will not get on anything here. So toilet paper in case we're in a vacant house and no one can wait or can't wait. We have that after we make sure the water is running. I've shown you these. I also have a small thing of Scotch tape. Sometimes I just use that if we've got a lot of different things that we're looking at, a lot of different properties. I've got papers and all for my client to use. And I always have a clipboard with me, which I did not bring out here, but I always have a clipboard with me. I feel like the clipboard lady. This is probably one of the most important things I carry with me. Again, I know it's backwards, but this is my toolkit. And I have ordered many of these to give to clients when they close on their house, unless they're like already really super handy and they don't need my tools. But in this bag is really important stuff. So there is a measuring tape, which a lot of times when people are looking at homes, you know, how big is the garage? Will their bed fit? Will their couch fit? So I always have a measuring tape with me. I always have scissors with me. Maybe I'm going to have to cut off the zip ties that are on my signs for some reason. There's other really good things in here that I don't need for my job, but that are great for giving to clients. Oh, look at that, more zip ties. So, and I always have a Sharpie in case I need to mark anything. I'm trying to think when I would use it. I use it sometimes on my open house signs. They typically say 1 to 4, but if I have to change the time, I'll change the time there with my Sharpie. Hi, Tom. And another roll of tape. So I try and stay, and a level, which you'd be surprised how often people actually need a level. If you're walking through a house and you feel that, oh, gee, it feels like it kind of dips down over here, we can get the level out and check and see, is the floor actually not level there, or is the door not level? So that's really handy to have as well. This doesn't take the place of a home inspection, of course. It's just nice to know that you have that. And the other thing, of course, I always have with me are lots of business cards, lots and lots of business cards. So I have a couple. Oh, I guess I don't have them in here. So I have a luxury brand as well as my standard one. So the standard one, there's something I was looking for the other day. So the standard one is just my starfish in the house with my information on the back. But when we go into a house, especially if there's a seller living there, we always want to make sure and leave a business card so the seller knows we've been there, right? Because typically they leave and they want to make sure that somebody's been there or not, or are they still waiting for somebody to come by? So we always leave a business card. And another pair of reading glasses, because you can't have too many when you're this age. So that's mainly what I have in my mobile office. I'm looking forward to putting this to work again, to showing clients around and making sure that I have all their needs met. I also, when I have clients in the car, will make sure they have a nice cold bottle of water, typically. So that's it today. That's all. Tomorrow is Easter. I know it's still Passover as well, but tomorrow's Easter. So I am not going to do a live video tomorrow. So you can, I know you had it marked on your calendar. I know you were waiting for that tomorrow afternoon, but it is Easter and I am going to respect the holiday and not have a live video tomorrow. So I'm going to wish you a very happy Easter now. And happy continued Passover to those who celebrate Passover, and happy spring to those who don't have a preference. All right. I really appreciate your watching. This is day 12 of 30. And don't worry about my bleeding. I will get that fixed as soon as I go in the house. I really love it when I see your names there and appreciate you. If you have any questions or ideas for topics, I would welcome those in the comments as well. We do get a topic every day, and whatever they're going to give us tomorrow for Easter, I'm just going to wait on that one. And that's about it for today. So please stay safe, stay home. Thanks. Bye.